Number 18, MB.
Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. Let's take a look at the numbers for Trae Young.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Vukcevic in at center, filling out the middle. And for the Bulls, we've got Zach Collins. MP is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Okoro. And it's Buzelis in at the 4. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
It's critical you find a way to run MP off the line out there. He has that as a big part of his game.
Young looking over the floor. It's stolen by MP. Here's the 3. And it's Simons missing. On the wing, Davis. Started by Okoro. And that one's good. Davis.
Hey, I know AD can step outside, but when he operates around the hoop, it really breaks down a defense.
Here's MP. And he lays it up and in. MP's got 5.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Coulibaly. His last outing, he had 18 points. Vukcevic can't hit.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And here's MP from outside. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. And it's 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4, and given his injury history, I get where he's coming from.
Now Young with a steal. In transition. And there's the lay-in.
Yeah, Trae Young with the easy bucket. They're changing ends of the floor in the blink of an eye.
Simons passes to MP. Back to Simons. From deep, MP. And again, Chicago, no good. The Wizards have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Outside Johnson. Back to Davis. Outside Coulibaly. 5 on the clock. And Young, here we go. Count that bucket. Young's gotten his 2nd bucket.
Young sneaking into the lane right there, showing you he's a legitimate 3-level scorer.
Pass to Buzelis. There's Simons with a 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Washington leading by 3. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. It's so hard to get stops against them. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
You're incredible.
And let's check in on the rookies making an impact with their passing. 4th, MP.
The league got a big infusion of talented passers this year, and he's up there with the best of them. And it's
Kabar guys, makan dulu Cok.
time goes, his court vision is only going to get better.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Wizards stacking county young players and draft assets.
Okay.
They'll have a ton of cap space
Balikin
next
yuk,
season.
balikin yuk, balikin
They will
yuk.
likely not use to sign a star free agent, rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priority straight. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
And what's working
Mereka mainin di mulu
here,
ya.
each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so MP will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 6. From downtown, it's the trifecta. MP's got 11 points.
You have to be ready to take your shots when they come. And MP was ready this time.
Here's Riley.
No,
Good
mainnya
finish
tuh
at the
kayak
rack
gitu
off
mulu.
the slick feed.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
The drive by MP, and that one good. He's got 13.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Young from long range. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Ya, salah.
Here's Riley. 9 points for him in his last game. Takes a 3. Young can't hit. Okoro outside. 3-pointer, Buzelis. And so it's Washington with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing
Group getting ready for Chicago.
Nice.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Williams. Okoro comes in for Ivy. Simons is checked in for Giddey. And MP subbed in for Jones. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Russell. Can they get it? Smith with the rebound.
the defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Back to MP. From deep. MP making the long-range connection.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
Russell, the pass to George. Basket counts.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Size and shooting touch always in demand, legs, and two things that Keyshawn George possesses.
Yeah, he's an interesting combination because he grew up playing point guard, but hit a growth spurt.
Going up top
Gee.
for Davis.
Davis
Yeah.
makes things simple for his teammates. Just lob it up, and he will take care of the rest.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's MP. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Russell, the pass to George. Back to Russell. Three-pointer. The rebound by Yabusele.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
That's good from Smith. Chicago making a switch here. Lou Zealous is checked in. Smith hits a both.
Nice.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Inside.
2 minutes.
Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
And the Wizards on the break. Left side, Johnson. We've got 1:28 left to play in the second quarter. Clock at 6. 13 feet out. Chicago with a rebound. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
The coaching staff had them prepared with a great game plan, and they went out and executed it.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Checked in for Chicago. With a short break, we look at some of the stingiest defenses in the NBA. Number 1, Chicago.
Well, we can talk about their defensive rating and their pace of play and all of those things, but the bottom line is this team is hard to score on.
Pass to Okoro. From deep, MP gets the 3 ball to go. MP's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, for a guy who hasn't been in the league a long time, MP has a very soft touch on that jumper.
Outside Davis. 3-pointer, no good. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Here's Collins, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. We'll try to make it a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Wizards making a switch here. George is checked in.
Vucevic. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Zach Collins. Shooting 1.
And the free throw, no good. Wizards trail by 8, and it's Washington on the break. Young from long range. He buries it from 3. Young's got 10.
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
MP against Young. On the wing, MP fires for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. It's Johnson with a drive. 3-pointer. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Chicago ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Well, right now for Chicago, they're still at the bottom third of the league. Something will need to change for them to move up in the rankings.
We knew this team would need time to figure things out. And we were right. And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Chicago Bulls.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Okay guys, let's go.
Brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They host the Hawks after this one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. They've got MP, Buzelis out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Isaac Okoro, and it's Simons in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. MP inside, guarded by Young. MP making his presence felt.
I like how assertive MP is down there. No question that he's got the skills to score in the paint.
To the paint. Here's Davis, and Davis slams it home.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. MP shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
All right, Tim, let's focus on Bilal Coulibaly. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. My goodness.
Tremendous tools for a wing defender, B.A. He was a late bloomer, and he's still working on his skill level, but if that comes along, watch out.
To the middle. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And you got to remember, Davis played point guard in high school, so his passing is very well developed.
A deep 3 from MP. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Ryan, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Washington trailing. Outside Johnson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, good to see Johnson getting into the defense down low and succeeding. Sometimes you gotta fight for it, young man.
Back to MP. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Washington.
Ah, shit.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Young from long range. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. MP right through him.
Finishing through contact is required in the NBA. MP knows he can't let guys stop him.
The Wizards have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Josh Giddey's checked in for Simons. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Here's Buzelis. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Here's Young. In attack mode, Trae Young.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. MP. And it's in there. MP's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
The Wizards trail by 4. Down low. Easy 2 for AD.
And what a night. They just keep going to Davis.
Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And he comes up with a bucket. Giddey's got 6.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Pass to Carrington. Jacks up a 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago leading by 4. From deep, MP. He can't hit that time. For Washington, they've gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. George sets a screen. Young from long range. Chicago with a rebound.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
That one drops for him. Collins has got his second basket.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Offline with a 3. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. It's the Bulls up 6. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started.
Anjay.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition.
Please don't tìm một cái gồm Anjay.
The group getting ready for Chicago. Collins, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Yabusele. Okoro is checked in for Giddey. And MP subbed in for Jones. And so in the game for Washington, Johnson is out there with Trae Young. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. But then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. MP, that was good.
He was red hot from the 3 in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Now Coulibaly. Davis outside. And Davis gets double teamed. Johnson fires. And the 3 misses. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Beyond the arc. Collins rips down the board.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Oh, the drop pass, and he dumps it down.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Young against MP. He launches. Young outside. Trae quick on the take. He gets it to go. Off the sweet move.
There it is. That is ice cold by Trae Young. Huge bucket.
Young against MP. Yes, sir, with the 3.
And what a bucket for MP. He's so hungry to own these big moments.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Here's Johnson. Takes a 3. Nope. Collins outside. With a teardrop. The 3 is off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Young tries from 10. Book it!
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find him.
Now MP. Puts up the tray. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Menegangkan sekali guys ini ya.
Wizards
Serious.
trail by 3. Outside Young. It's stolen by MP. It's stolen by Johnson.
No.
Young against MP. Collins rips down the board. Chicago with the ball. Stolen
Ya
by Davis.
ampun.
From downtown. It's money from the
Shit.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch. Huge basket that time by Simons. They called him up and he answered.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by MP, and they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And so they foul intentionally. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Yeah, big time moment.
No anjir lah.
And he can't make the
Fuck
second
lah.
free throw either. Missed them both.
Ouch! That was a missed opportunity. Could have put this game on ice.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right
Ah,
here.
let's go, let's go,
What's
let's
the
go.
best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly. And that's exactly what you want from your best player. Unafraid to run to the bright lights.
MP. Oh, missed on the
Anjing,
tray.
anjing.
Now Young. For the win. Can't hit it. Regulation is ended. And we
Oh.
are headed to overtime. We'll
Lanjut
take a
guys,
quick
lanjut.
break and then get you back to the action.
Babak selanjutnya.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, BA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Kok nggak masuk sih?
Greatest player from the DMV.
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Who's a better answer?
They've got Okoro. Anthony Simons out there with MP. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Buzelis in at power forward. Money from 3!
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
And Young has got the ball here for Washington. Stolen! MP. There's the drive.
Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Oh, let's go, let's go. Satu stadion menyoraki kita.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy.
Susah banget cok,
Really like
geter.
it that most of the time he
Geter
lets
cok,
his
sumpah
play
geter.
do His playmaking is something
Geter
to
anjing,
watch.
geter.
Threading that pass right in there.
Chicago trailing here. Okoro outside. MP three. The Wizards have gone
Stress.
2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. Now Davis. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
You know, the best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
Here's MP. Fires the three. Oh, it's
Yeah.
on target.
Tadi nih,
Johnson inside.
teriakin
Out of
anjing
bounds.
anjing.
Chicago ball.
And that could be pivotal. You just can't afford to turn the ball over in those situations.
MP. Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game.
Wah, anjing
Wizards
kenapa
leading
ini,
by
Cok?
3.
Please dong, please dong. Please
Open
away.
up. Here's Young. Down goes the jumper.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Now MP jacks up a three. Oh, he cannot hit.
Apa sih?
Something's
Kok
off
nggak?
about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
First team foul.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down, no need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Now Johnson
Buang waktu mereka semua.
from deep. The three ball is down.
A big part of why Johnson went in the top 10, Trey's three-point shooting. I mean, he was NBA ready from day one.
Big round of applause for your Chicago Lovable.
MP looking around. Let's loose for three. Cleared away by
Udah nggak
Davis.
bisa kalah
This
kalah.
OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
So we see the Wizards get the win here. Things looked a little up.
This was a hard game to get a read on. At times, you looked dialed in defensively, but when you needed a key stop, you just couldn't get it. How frustrating was this loss?
It's frustrating. When you're playing good, it feels like that's how things should always be. So to go through stretches where you're not your best, it's frustrating. We gotta figure out how to keep our efforts up through all 48 minutes. Coaches, teammates, all of us.
Best of luck, MP. Thank you for speaking with us.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks a lot.
So I know you're wondering, MP, how are you going to top last game? What else is there? I'll tell you. Tonight, I'm going to dunk on something. And we're going to put it onto a billboard.
Hold on, you're going to commission a billboard of you posterizing someone tonight?
Whoa, not just one billboard. We're going to put one in every city in the NBA. So whenever Duke flies into a new town, he's going to remember the time he caught a body on national TV.
That's aggressive. You really putting one up in every city.
Hey, look, I already told you. I've got fans in every city. I'm here to give the people what they want. And what they want to see is me posterizing somebody every time they drive to a game. So that's what I'm going to give them.
All right, you heard the man. Best done for tonight makes the billboard. Hit the website, cast your vote.
Hey, it's Pika, and you're watching NBA 2K TV.
Season 6 is here, and this week on
Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. And tonight, we'll see the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at New Orleans. Off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And I think for New Orleans, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Buzelis out there with Isaac Okoro. Then it's MP. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Collins in at the 5. And for New Orleans, Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Jordan Poole is out there with Murray, and it's Jordan in at the center. Good work there as it goes.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
And even though we're very early into the season, Stan, what do you make of the top teams in the league so far?
Well, Kevin, there's some that have definitely impressed me so far, but it's a long season. I want to see if those at the top can keep playing at that level throughout the year.
Now here's Murray. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. The offensive rebound, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Here's Collins, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Ivy, no good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray, no good. And here are the Bulls now. 4-point game, getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series. Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, this summer saw Hall of Famer Joe Dumars put in charge of the Pelicans front office, returning to his home state of Louisiana. He talked about it being the right place, right time, right people in New Orleans. He's looking to ensure it's super organized, classy, and elite organization.
They'll get there for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Now Murray, following the three-point attempt by MP, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, over the years, Murray has worked to make himself a 3-level scorer.
Knocked away and stolen by Murray. Williamson with it, and it's Buzelis picking him up. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. So it'll be DeAndre Jordan shooting. It's going to go on Buzelis, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here is Williamson. Following the three-pointer by MP. Murray outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Pelicans. Poole outside. Mr. Williamson outside for Jordan. It's Jones on the wing. And again, no good by New Orleans. MP dishes to Okoro. To the middle. Kicks it out to MP. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now, Williamson. Here he goes. And Okoro pulls it down. To the wing on the left. It's deflected. On the wing, MP. Offline with his 3. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Chicago grabs the miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Back to MP. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. MP's got 12.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Trying to get something going. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Stop, pop, count. Murray looking smooth.
MP outside. Pass to Ivy. Kicks it out to Collins. MP right side. And the Bulls another three.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
MP getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. Here's the number you need to know. He buried 5 3-pointers that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Williamson. Pass to Fears. With the drive and slam dunk by Fears.
You notice how decisive Fears' drive is. He's fully committed when going downhill.
MP finds Ivy. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Pelicans trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Here's Fears. And slam dunk by Fears.
You see the athleticism on plays like this. Fears really gets up for a guard.
Here's MP. MP gets the job done inside.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And sadly, Jaden Ivey's 2025 season coach was cut short by injury.
Yeah, it was really too bad, Kevin, because he was having a great year and an improving year as the time went on. This guy's just getting better and better. Both his shooting is improving and his decision-making, and it was a shame he didn't get to see that through to the end.
Bring it up for MP, a 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Fears. Rebound by Smith. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's a Okoro. Pass to Yabusele. The 3 from MP. It's hauled in by Queen. And so Poole will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Down low. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Poole.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Zion Williamson is one of the most gifted athletes this game has ever seen, but now he's taken his commitment to conditioning to another level. He said, I definitely see the difference. I'm feeling like I don't exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. My movements are swifter. Back to you, Kevin.
A scary thought. Okay, Allie, thanks. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jordan's checked in for New Orleans. DeJounte Murray comes in for Fears. And then for Chicago, Zach Collins checked in for Jalen Smith. And Buzelis subbed in for Yabusele. Ivy kicks to MP. And the 3 ball is good. MP's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Bulls.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Here's Murray. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Pass to MP. Ivy dishes to MP. From deep, another 3 for Chicago.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. For 3, Murray. Chicago grabs the miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, that's the kind of player MP is striving to become.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The first one falls.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And he makes both free throws.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Here's Murray. Poole right side. With 2 seconds left, he takes it up and lays it in. Poole's got his first 2 points. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Bulls out front, up 10. And we'll be back right after this.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they knew they'd be in for a rough start. The question is, do they have the tools to turn it around? The front office will tell you yes.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the New Orleans Pelicans.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're playing a comeback, better rebounding is where they need to start.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screen, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Murray out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. This is his second trip to the free throw line. Free throw good, MP. That one misses. Pelicans trail by 9. Here's Williamson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
MP, no good. Here's New Orleans. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Bulls moving the ball around. 3-pointer. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Chicago. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Poole, the pass to Williamson. Williamson double team. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
To the inside, and stolen by Williamson. Here's Poole, and he converts the layup. Poole's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. From past the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. It was a lost season for the New Orleans Pelicans. Continued injury troubles derailing a team that, when healthy, looked capable of a top seed, leaving some wondering whether a curse needed lifted. But with some draft help and a still talented roster, the hope is this will be the year. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. MP with the bounce pass. A three-pointer off the mark. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. MP really making a difference here.
Just killing it from deep. They got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you just ask it for him to drop another triple on him.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Queens checked in. Hayes subbed in for Herbert Jones. And Chicago also making a switch. Giddey's checked in. Pass to Okoro. Now Giddey. Back to Okoro. MP dishes to Collins. Giddey the pass to MP. Clock at 4. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 13. Pass to Queen. Takes the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. So Chicago going with the... We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Poole outside. Six on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And no shortage of confidence in Poole's game.
Bulls leading by 6. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Jaden Ivey. Buzelis out there with Collins. Then it's MP. And it's Okoro in at the 3. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Good on the basket.
Well, that's how Murray does most of his damage, going on the attack and putting pressure on the defense.
And for a power forward, he can sure keep it up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing here by 8. Jones. And get the 3.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
And stolen by Murray. Poole fires. Buries the deep ball.
The pressure is on, and Jordan Poole is ready for it. He accepts that responsibility.
Driving the lane. That one goes in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the sides.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Jordan. Gets it to go. Down low.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
Right through contact. MP.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback shot.
Throw, no good for MP. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's Murray. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on. Gigantic shot by Murray, showing he is not afraid of the moment.
Here's MP.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Murray against Ivy. Jones outside. Shot clock at 6. Murray. That one is off. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Does not go in.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Now Murray. Jones outside. Poole. Missed on the 3. MP. Got it to go off the glass.
The assist. Ivy.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana. Jennifer?
The win was impressive. 40-plus points in the win, another level entirely. When did you know you were in the zone?
Woo! If you're living the right way, you wake up in the zone. My teammates and I were on the same wavelength already from the jump, so we stay there.
So you live in the zone then?
No, we are the zone. Jennifer Quintana, it does not exist without us.
Well then, congrats on another day in the zone, MP.
Hey, I like it here, so I appreciate you.
Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
As always, we appreciate